Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you for visiting. This time it's IELTS passage 3. But before you see the slides, I suggest you take a copy, a hard or a soft copy of this passage, why companies should welcome this order, so that you can highlight or underline the context clues that I'm going to show you in this video. Why companies should welcome this order? Ready? Question 27. The answer is Roman numeral 6. What people are increasingly expected to do. Why? Because it says here in section A, we are told that we ought to organize our company, our home life, our week, our day, and even our sleep. This shows the growing expectation that people should organize every aspect of their lives. And that's why the answer is Roman numeral 6. What people are increasingly expected to do. Here, expected, expectation. So that is the clue. People, people. Okay? Question 28. Section B. The answer is Roman numeral 1. Complaints about the impact of a certain approach. Where do you find that? Here. These are complaints about the effects of excessive organization. What are they? The number of businesses that fail has also steadily increased. Work-related stress has increased. A large proportion of workers claim to be dissatisfied. So these are all complaints when people are complaining. So that's why the answer is Roman number 1. 29, section C. The answer is Roman numeral number 3. Why? It says early recommendations concerning business activities. Frederick Taylor designed a number of principles to improve the efficiency of the work process. This describes early management recommendations. So recommendation, recommendation. That gives you the clue to find the answer. 30, section D. The answer, Roman numeral 2. Fundamental beliefs that are in fact incorrect. Okay, so here the problem is the basic assumption we hold and the assumption that order is a necessary condition for productivity. This is the paragraph's main point. The basic belief is wrong. So another word for incorrect is wrong. That's why the answer in number 30 is Roman numeral 2. 31, section E. The answer is Roman numeral 9. Evidence that a certain approach can have more disadvantages than advantages. Here, recent studies show that order actually has diminishing returns. Any further increase in order reduces productivity. This is evidence that too much order becomes harmful. Evidence, evidence. What is that certain approach? Too much order becomes harmful. When it becomes harmful, it becomes a disadvantage. 32, section F. The answer is Roman numeral 7. How to achieve outcomes that are currently impossible. Create an environment devoid of structure, and these environments can lead to new solutions that would never be reached. Are currently impossible, that would never be reached. This explains how to achieve results that structured environments cannot. So here, how to achieve outcomes. Outcome is another word for result. are currently impossible, would never be reached. Unreachable. 32. Section G. The answer is Roman numeral 4. Organizations that put a new approach into practice. Oticon used what it called a spaghetti structure. General Electric embraced disorganization. Google embraced flexible structure. The whole paragraph provides examples of companies using the new approach. Organizations, companies refer to companies. What are they? Oticon, General Electric, and Google. That's why the answer is Roman numeral 4. 34. Section H. Answer, Roman numeral 8. What does it say in Roman numeral 8? Neither approach guarantees continuous improvement. What are these two approaches? Disorder also seems to have diminishing utility, and like other, disorder should be embraced only as it is useful. This shows that neither order nor disorder is always beneficial. Neither approach guarantees continuous improvement. It's not always beneficial. Order or disorder is not always beneficial. That's why the answer is Roman numeral 8. 35. 35 to 40, I think, is gap fill exercise. Paragraph, where do you find the word productive? You find it in paragraph A. All as a means to becoming more productive. So, well, it's easy to answer this part of the test because you see the same word, productive. Every week, countless seminars and workshops take place around the world to tell a paying public that they ought to structure their lives in order to achieve this. 36 is the word perfectionists. You find it in paragraph A. This rhetoric has also crept into the thinking of business leaders and entrepreneurs, much to the delight of self-proclaimed perfectionists. These are the people who are always looking for perfection. Dissatisfied. 37. Dissatisfied. A large proportion of workers from all demographics claim to be dissatisfied with the way their work is structured. So the same. 38. Oh, sorry. 38, 39, 40 is true, false, or not given. Both businesses and people aim at order without really considering its value. The answer is true. Here, the result is that businesses and people spend time and money organizing themselves for the sake of organizing, rather than actually looking at the end goal and usefulness of such an effort. Both businesses and people aim at order without really considering its value, being order for its own sake, organizing themselves for the sake of organizing only, but not looking at the goal or the usefulness. Is it really useful? Is being too orderly really useful? 39. Innovation is most successful if the people involved have distinct roles. The answer is false. Why? Because in paragraph F it says, in fact, research shows that when innovating, the best approach is to create an environment devoid of structure and hierarchy. Devoid of is no structure, no hierarchy, and enable everyone involved to engage as one organic group. Innovation is most successful if the people involved have distinct roles. Is it? It says false. When innovating, the best is to create an environment devoid of structure and hierarchy. So no structure, no hierarchy. And just involve everyone to engage as one group, one organic group, one working group. And the last question, number 40, Google was inspired to adopt flexibility by the success of General Electric? Well, it doesn't say so. There's no evidence if Google was inspired, because it says here, Google and a number of other tech companies have embraced, at least in part, these kinds of flexible structures. Google and a number of other tech companies. But it doesn't say whether, this statement doesn't tell us whether Google was inspired by the success of General Electric. Okay, that ends the 3 passages. You can check your answers and count your scores and see which band, which IELTS reading band did you reach. Thank you for visiting. If you found the video useful, please share to others. And if you have any questions, please write them on the comments below and I'll get back to them in the next video. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.